Ever since Guitar Max came out with his video about lead in the guitars, I've been a little bit anxious, and I've been searching around on the internet to see if I could find some conclusive results there, if it's bad and how bad it is to have lead in your frets. Anyway, I got 2 small children in the house, so I'm a little bit concerned about that, so I wanted to test out this theory myself. So I actually ordered one of these lead testing kits, and I wanted to check my guitars. From what I know, his guitars are a little bit older than mine. I'm going to check my Fenders, and I'm also going to check my Gibsons. So that will be interesting to see. One of my Gibsons is, I think it's from 2020 or something like that, and the other one is from 1966. So that will be very interesting to see what comes out of that. But all my Chibsons are fairly new, not older than half a year. But before we start, I would like to ask you a big favor. If you just can hit the subscribe button down below, I would be most grateful. Thank you for that. So this is a test that I bought. It's the lead test swap. And these sticks are pre-dipped in sodium rhodesonate. And this is how I'm going to lay this out. These are all the guitars that I have right now. And I'm going to test all of them. So the test is really easy. You just dip the swab tip into water and you let it become yellow or mustard color. Then you rub the surface that you want to test for about 30 seconds. Then you just wait and look at the color. And if it's no lead, it should stay this yellowish color. Or if it's lead in it, it should go to this more purple color. So yeah, if this test works, it should be fairly easy to tell the difference. Now, of course, we have to have a control sticker. So I'm going to use this lead that I use for soldering. And as you can see, it turns really red. So that will be our control tip. Right, so let's move on with other guitars. Okay, so now I've done the test of all of my guitars. One of the next that I ordered from China as well. And let's talk about the results a little bit, okay? So this is my little chart. This is the Chinese neck that I bought. That's on my Jazzmaster. And this is the control tip. So this is rubbed against soldering lead. So let's put this beside each and every one of these guitars. Yeah, so this is the greenie, and as you can see, I'm pretty sure that there is no lead in the frets. We put it beside the gold top, and also here you can see that there's a big difference between the colors. The tobacco burst, yeah, that's the same story, I think. It's a little bit darker here on the top, and this is the SG. And also there it's a difference between how they look. The Ace is maybe the most brightest of them all, so definitely no lead there. This is my Höfner from China. There is no lead in that one. The Telly, the same story. This is the cheapest guitar I have bought from China. It's the Telecaster. It was maybe about 180 US dollars. So if they have cut corners anywhere, it should be on that guitar, but no lead in that guitar. The J200, my Vine guitar, I'm very happy to report that there's no lead in those frets either. Now the acoustic guitars, they are manufactured in another facility than the electric guitars, so I was a little bit curious if maybe they used a different material, but no. And also here, this is the LOO guitar, and no lead in the frets there either. This is the first guitar I ever bought, 1993 Stratocaster copy. The original name on that guitar was Academy, and no lead in that either. This is the Gibson Junior from 2020, no lead in that. And this one is my Gibson J45 from 1966. I have owned that guitar for maybe 15 years, and the frets are pretty worn down. There is no way for me to tell if they have been changed out before I got the guitar. Don't know that, but it doesn't appear to have any lead in them anyways. This is the Fender Strat that I just bought, the Ventura, made in Mexico. No lead in that one either, I would say. And this one is my Fender bass. It's a real Fender, but it's made in China, and no lead in that one either. So yeah, I would say that that's a definite result. Now this is just the results of my guitars. Obviously I can't speak to your guitars, and if you have an older Chibson, maybe you should test them to be sure. Maybe I should do a little test on the color as well, just because I have some extra tips here. So you dip it in water, you shake off the excess water, you wait for the tip to become yellow, and once it is yellow, it doesn't become all yellow. As you can see already now, before I've tested it, the tip is actually a little bit darker, or I think that's just due to that's a little bit more material there, so it's a little bit wetter. So yeah, and now you can rub it against the color. You should do this for 30 seconds, although when I did it on my soldering lead, it turned purple right away. It's fairly easy to tell that it actually is lead in that. It turns purple right away. So this one is tested now, and that's for the poly finish, and it looks like this, so no lead in that. And we can also do this with a nitro finish from China. Let's tilt it down and do it on the greenie. So just want to get this a little bit yellow before we start. As you can see, it has some reddish in it before we start. So that's important to know, because I don't think I have lead in the air. So that's just how it looks. And these guitars are sold as nitro finish. I'm not totally sure if it is. Maybe it is, but if it is, then it's a quite thin layer of nitro. It's not a thick layer as it is on a Gibson. Yeah, so that's the result of the nitro finished Chibson. No lead there either. So yeah. Some of the tops that I rubbed them against like this. I rubbed them against the frets like this. So some of them got a little bit bigger up here, because I just moved the material up to the top, and they got a little bit darker there. But I think that that's just because they are a little bit wetter there. I actually rubbed them all the way down here as well, so I'm going on that color. All of these guitars passed the test. All of my Chibsons are no older than, well, I bought them no longer than 6 months ago. Maybe they have been in stock, but they are not old guitars. So maybe if you have an old Chibson, maybe they have used something else. I don't know. But my Chibsons did not have any lead in the frets. The Gibsons and the Fenders, they also checked out. No problems there. And that was all for today. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.